Brandon Sears just got the most ridiculous wave. And we're back at the VIC 39th annual here with Jason Wilson, J-Dub, coming all the way from Delaware.
What's up, Kyle? Happy to be on the air here with the live webcast. I've never done this, folks, but I just got off the stand, and I can definitely talk about skimboarding and all the action that's happening.
And there's Sammy Stinnett out front with a frontside hack.
Nice.
How was that last little backside 180?
That's basically what you got to do in a contest to get those extra points there. You know, it was a beautiful frontside fan, and if you're going to make it to the next round at the World Championships of Skimboarding, you got to have more than just the turn. You got to finish it off with an extra maneuver, and that was Sam getting a little backside hop 180.
So in this heat, we're going with, I got to get our color straight, but I think that's Derek Shenton right out in front.
That is Derek Duke.
Derek
the Duke. He's all the way from Florida. He's living out here in Laguna Beach now, which is cool. I'm sure he's getting a little more used to this heavier shore break.
I saw him down at 10th Street the other night, and I didn't know who he was, actually, and he was just killing it. The guy was charging.
He's steezy. He's kind of got that tall boy, lanky style. Kind of little Cody Lopez in him, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Tall boy style. So yeah, folks, nice to be here on the live webcast. I hope I got some friends out there in the internet world. I've been on the stand here. Who's that going frontside? We got tough glare now.
Is that Derek Shenton?
Yeah, that's Derek again, getting his frontside in. You got to go both ways. I know Worm's probably been keeping everybody up to date on how the judging works here, but you got to have at least one frontside and two backsides for your top 3 waves at the VIC. This is pro men's round 3.
Sammy Stinnett gonna slide out to one. I think he's gonna have the speed, bringing it around. Look at this. Look at this. Wow. Airdrop.
Oh my, that might have been one of the heavier waves we've seen today.
Get out of here. That was ridiculous. Whew. That kid just doesn't stop.
He's so nasty. Nasty boy. Sammy Stinnett. He was a big, hard turn. Made it out pretty far there. Floated off the top. Big airdrop. Stuck it. No thing for him.
Yeah, that is going to put him probably front runner at this point. I think BCS is being patient. Sam and Derek are getting out there, getting after it, and I think BCS is going to play that patience game and wait for the gems for sure.
I wouldn't sleep on BCS. He's a strong competitor. He's serious out there, and his first round, that was round 2, but his first heat, he was murdering it out there.
As you see, that's Sammy Stinnett, currently ranked #1 on the UST Tour. Coming straight from, I think the last stop was Volano, Florida.
Volano, I wasn't at that event, but
I heard the waves were fun.
Pictures. Yeah, everybody said it was fun. Good response.
Oh,
contest is always fun.
Was that Derek out in front? That was. So we were down on the stand not 10 minutes ago, and the waves are offering up some sick ones. I mean, it's non-stop out there.
It is. I said it up there when I was on the mic. I don't think you could ask for a whole lot more here at the VIC. I mean, it's a nice summer day. We got a 2 to 3 foot southwest swell. Sets have been stacking up all day. You know, there's a few little lulls, but these guys are pretty much getting some of the best conditions you could have here. I think the switch to a later date here at the VIC was a good call.
And here's BCS going frontside. And he kind of you saw the dead water kind of just suck up on him, and he lost all his speed, but he made it happen.
He did. You know, when you're in a contest and you get tripped up a little bit, you got to try to work through it. He didn't get the speed he wanted, but he was able to still go frontside, still get a 360 there in the end. And that's going to be a solid scoring frontside wave for Brandon.
All right, so we are coming live from the VIC South Laguna, Aliso Beach. We have J-Dub on the mic. I'm Kyle McClure. We are in round 3, heat 1. We have Sammy Stinnett, Derek Shenton, and Brandon Sears. And here's Sammy Stinnett out in front, and he's going to plane. He's going to look for something.
Wow,
scoring wave. You see that backwash?
Behind him. Yeah, I saw it. Oh my. Jeez, Sammy is on fire right now.
That was a solid 5-foot face, probably. That thing was meaty.
I can hear the crowd going wild here from the webcast booth.
And I was actually watching Sammy before his heat, and he kind of went off on his own and just psyching up, standing, kind of having a moment for himself.
He's a competitor. He's out here to win it, you know. I mean, this is what Sammy does. He is a professional skimboarder, and he wants to win this. He's a front runner for the UST right now, so he wants to hold on to that lead.
Air.
Boom, there's BCS.
Best in the business.
Yeah, we've seen him do that definitely. Did you see that one he did in the last heat? He aired over the guy that came in. I think it was one of the.
It was Ryan Ward.
Ryan Ward warming up. Came in as Brandon was boosting backside, and he did a 360 air over the rider. I don't think I've seen that in competition history.
I have a confession. I was actually running the camera, and I blew it.
You missed it.
I missed it. Yeah.
All right, so Web World, I just described it. Sorry, Kyle. I blew you up. We missed the clip, but it happens.
Sam Stinnett with some space, and he does a beaker wrap.
You know, beaker. That's one guy we're missing this weekend.
He is currently down in Baja, chasing waves. That's his whole deal. He just down, kind of bouncing between Todos and Cabo, and just teaching skim and surf lessons and waiting for swell.
Well, he knows the area down there. I've definitely been on some adventures with Bill down in Cabo, and I mean, he's pretty much local. He's got a lot of friends. He can find the waves out there. Good for him. We do miss him here at the VIC. I don't know. Is this the first time in years that he hasn't been here? Has he missed one in the past?
I don't know. I was talking to Garth earlier that I really wish. I mean, this is like dream setup for Beaker to shine.
Well, what made me think about it was Sam trying the beaker wrap there, where you go frontside and you bring the tail around in on the wrap. Nobody does it quite like him. I mean, nobody. Like,
right.
Even the best, Sam Stinnett. I mean, he didn't quite get it all the way back to the beach.
There's a reason they call it a beaker wrap, I guess.
That's true. You know, he's earned that name of a wave. You know, it's pretty cool to create a wave, have it named after you, and then have it stick because nobody else can do it any better.
And here's Sammy out front.
Nice backside tail sliding turn going all the way around 360.
All right, so we're probably about halfway through this heat, and this is, I think, Derek Shenton just gonna waft one out. Oh, pulls it around. I think we're at dead low tide right now. We're gonna try and push through round 3 of the pros. Sammy with look like a 3 shove.
Yep, just stay on it. That's perfect.
We're gonna try and push through round 3. Coming up after this heat, we're looking at Blair Conklin, Johnny Salta, and Patty Mack. Could be a cracker.
Wow.
Yeah. Johnny Salta is, I think, because he rides for our team.
There he is.
And I've seen him, progress over the last 3 or 4 years, and I'm super impressed with the kid. He's disciplined, loves the sport, and he skimboards more than anyone I know.
You know what? I got a pretty cool story about Johnny. If I could take a moment here. In the middle of the action, Johnny actually signed up for the Southside Shootout. That's a contest I run in Delaware.
Yeah, I'm familiar.
He paid for his entry, and then he found out he couldn't come, and he called me up, and he said, Jason, keep the entry money. I want to put it towards the contest. And if there's any riders that are having trouble paying their entry, just use my money for that. I mean, what a stand-up guy right there. That's Johnny Salta. I just wanted to take a moment to shout him out for that. And we did have a rider that we used that money towards.
Yeah, he is one of the most genuine and humble humans out there.
I don't know him very well. I've just gotten to meet him at a few contests, and
it's
from
actually
our couple
hard.
experiences, it's just been nothing but love from him. He's a genuine dude, and definitely enjoys skimming.
Sammy gets stuck at the top, but it's kind of hard to get to know Johnny because he's so quiet and reserved. That's just kind of how he carries himself.
It seems like he does his own thing and just goes about, skimming and working hard at it, and it definitely shows. We're going to see him here in round 3. Hopefully, he can put it together like he did in his first heat.
BCS's bottom art's looking pretty cool. I like that.
What's he got on there?
Looks like a illustration.
Illustration of some sort.
Illustration of sorts. Here's Derek Shenton eyeing up a little backside liner.
They call him the Duke.
Why do they call him the Duke?
I have no idea what they do.
Huh.
They used to call him Dookie, and now he's gotten older. Now he's just the Duke.
Now he's just aged and
he's aged.
Coming to his own.
Dookie. He's a Duke now. All right, let's not give him too hard of a time on the nickname. Derek Shenton. He's putting together a solid heat. He's living out here in California, and seeing him in round 3, it's pretty cool.
I'm kind of surprised we haven't seen more from BCS. I don't know if it's just because it's tough because we can only cover one rider with one action camera, but I would have figured. Right now I have Sammy outright lead and probably Derek and BCS kind of battling to get through.
It's a tough call. It's definitely a tough call. Sam, I think Sam's definitely in the front runner. Some of those big waves at the beginning, but yeah, it's pretty tight between Derek and BCS, I would say.
And those guys are homies. They're buddies.
Yeah.
Skim together all the time down in Laguna, South Laguna, 10th Street.
Yeah, the Solagian crew. I was actually hanging out with them last night. Jake Stinnett, it was his birthday, a nice birthday party at the Stinnett house.
Happy birthday, Jake.
Yeah, all these guys are friends. They're all hanging out before the event.
Oh, you could air this one out. Yep, there it goes.
Boom, frontside 180. Didn't quite stick it, you know.
No.
Sam usually is a little more solid on his landings. He has skimmed one previous heat before this. It's pretty hot out there, and sure it's getting a little tough to, you know, keep the ball rolling.
I do love to see how skimboarding has progressed, and people that are really into skimboarding know the old saying, you know, out the back airs. And now we're seeing the professional levels really push re-entry airs. And there's Derek Shenton getting a little wrap, got hung up on the barrel, but like right there, Sam, you can see him kind of launch himself back towards the transition of the wave, trying to re-enter.
Yeah, these guys aren't going out the back anymore so much. I mean, if you're not trying to re-enter the air, you better be doing a flip or getting upside down, you know. That's pretty much how most of these guys look at it, and I kind of feel the same way.
So here's BCS. I think this heat's going to be winding down probably in the last 1 or 2 minutes. I think we're going to try and get a time clock here. If not today, probably tomorrow for you guys, so you can all keep track. But right now we're looking at Sammy Stinnett, Derek Shenton, and Brandon Sears. And here's Brandon Sears out front on his front side. And he might redirect.
Going backside now.
Going backside and just gets hung up.
That was a big redirection.
Yeah.
He went front side, then it looked like he was going to go backside wrap, and then he kind of went for the rail grab down the line. Looked like a tricky wave to negotiate.
So that redirect washes off a lot of speed, huh?
It does, you know, but sometimes you got to do it because the wave, you know, it's constantly changing. That's what makes skimming so much more difficult than a sport like skateboarding, where the ramps are always the same. You got constantly changing conditions here, so these riders are, you know, they've got really good senses and vision for the waves, so sometimes they can redirect there and get where they need to go.
Oh, he's going way out for one. And he carries so much speed.
Ooh, driving barrel all the way to the inside, just snuck out the front. Sammy is putting it together right now. He's going to be tough to beat.
That's the cherry on top right there. I think this thing's in the bag for Sam Stinnett, and we will see, I'm guessing, who's going to move through between that man right there, BCS, and Derek, the Duke Shenton.
From what I saw, it's going to be tight, and you know, Derek could edge out the veteran BCS. You know, we're just going to have to see how it plays out.
I would consider Derek Shenton. I mean, BCS is a figure in professional skimboarding, and Derek Shenton's more of a dark horse.
Definitely a dark horse, I'd say, in this competition. I think any of the guys coming from the East Coast gotta, you know, you really gotta be on it to make the heats. These local.
I think that's going to count right before the
It was.
the horn.
It definitely was before the buzzer. And Brandon Sears, I think, needed that turn. The way he's walking, I think he knew it.
That thing was powerful.
It was good. It was a good way to end the heat, you know.
All right, so that's going to wrap up round 3, heat 1.